Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Mainly Outspoken. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I just wanted to make a short video here, kind of just talking about, Xbox kind of in general. And this is all just my opinion, based on owning multiple different versions of the Xbox, and just kind of what I have seen from using them with, some of these more modern games, I guess you could say. So I've been playing a lot of Palworld lately, as I'm sure many of you are, and I'm a member of a couple of different message boards and groups that, contain players of the game. And I'm seeing, just a lot of people complaining that their game crashes all the time, or that they're having issues with their save files, just overall issues where, like, the world doesn't render and they fall through the map, things like that. And it seems to be that the majority of these players that are having these issues are either playing the game on an original Xbox One or a Xbox One S or an Xbox Series S. I myself have been playing the game on an Xbox Series X. I have experienced a small handful of crashes where the game just kind of quits abruptly back to the dashboard of the Xbox. But I mean, out of the, I don't even know how many hours I have in the game, but it's a pretty decent number. I mean, I'm almost to like level 30. I've traveled almost all the way around the entire map. I've put a fair number of hours into the game. And I've had 4 or 5 crashes in that entire time. And I mean, that's kind of to be expected. The game is still in an early access kind of beta state, and the company clearly stated that when the game came out, that the game was not a full release, that it was kind of a, like I said, almost like an early access beta version of the game. So, the occasional crashes and stuff are to be expected. They've been doing numerous updates of the game, to try to fix some of these issues. But even after they do an update, I'm just seeing so many people that are saying that their game is crashing, that they're just having issues. And then under their post, people will ask, what are you playing the game on? And, unfortunately, a lot of them are saying that they're playing either on an original Xbox One, a One S, or a Series S. Now, when the Xbox Series S and the Series X came out, there was a lot of debate on, well, what should I get? The Series S is almost like, I don't want to say half the price, but, it was quite a bit cheaper than a Series X. And a lot of people assumed that the Series S would perform just as well as a Series X. It just maybe doesn't have the disk drive, so it doesn't have a CD drive in it. So a lot of people went with the Series S because it was a cheaper alternative. And I don't blame them. The way it was kind of hyped to the masses was that it was a cheaper alternative, and I think in general most games do perform very well on that system. But as someone who played other survival crafting games on multiple different Xboxes, I can tell you that it just doesn't seem to be the case. Primarily, my experience comes from playing the game Atlas, which was a pirate game, kind of a spin-off of Ark. I started playing it on the original Xbox One. It performed pretty well, but over time, as they started changing the game, adding more things to it, it just kept crashing and having all kinds of problems. Eventually, I moved on to an Xbox One X. The game performed a lot better, and I stuck with that system until the Xbox Series X came out. And even after the Xbox Series X came out, that game in particular still had a lot of problems. On an Xbox Series X, it still would crash. They actually ended up reducing the overall graphical appearance of the game in order to get it to run better on Xbox. But, you know, that was a game, just like Palworld, that was advertised and billed that it would play on the original Xbox One all the way through to the Series X. But there's obvious performance differences between those systems. And that game, Atlas, in my opinion, is basically pretty much unplayable now on an original Xbox One. Like, unless you're playing that game on a Series X or a PC, it's almost like forget it, because the game's just going to crash, it's going to lag, it's going to just have too many problems, and it's not going to perform. And again, this is all just my opinion. But I feel like Palworld is in a very similar situation, where, you know, it will run on an Xbox One, it will run on a Series S, but how well is it going to run? That's the question. And so far, from what I'm seeing in the communities, is that there's a lot of people that are complaining and having issues that the game just is not performing for them. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know what you are playing the game on, what system. If you're playing on PC, well, that's its own that's its own world. That's its own thing. You can upgrade hardware and things like that to make a game run better on a PC. But as far as console goes, what console are you playing the game on? Are you playing on an original Xbox One, a One S, a One X, a Series S, a Series X? I mean, there's so many different Xboxes now, it's insane. But let me know in the comments, how is the game running for you, and what system are you playing it on? Again, I'm playing it on a Series X. This footage that you're seeing was recorded, you know, playing it on a Series X. You know, once in a while, I'll have a slight little bit of stuttering or lag. And again, I've had maybe 4 or 5 game crashes in total since I've been playing it, but overall, it runs great. I don't know if your internet connection could have a possible issue with it as well, or if you're playing multiplayer, that could also be introducing additional problems to the game. But, you know, if they are truly planning on adding PvP and multiplayer and all of these things, I can't help but feel like that there's going to be more people getting upset that their game just does not perform well on those other Xbox consoles besides the Series X. But time will tell, and we'll have to see. So again, let me know in the comment section, how is the game performing for you? And we'll see kind of what the consensus is in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.